Good morning, Facebook family and friends. Today is Sunday, January the 15th. The year is 2017. So, Bishop Eddie Long has passed away this morning. He died. Ironically, he died on Martin Luther King's holiday weekend here in Atlanta, which is also Black Gay Pride. We have a lot of Black Gay Pride events this weekend. And that has been going on for over 20 years. It's not been here. They have these huge events this weekend. So Bishop Eddie Long has passed away, and they say he died from cancer. That's not what I heard. So I was not going to really talk about Bishop Eddie Long when he was ill. But I had been hearing rumors from various people that Bishop Eddie Long was HIV positive and he was not taking his medications. I believe that story to be true, and I'm going to tell you why. I used to go to Bishop Eddie Long's church about a few years ago after the scandal broke where he was molesting these children. And I sat in his church hearing him telling people, he was having communion, and he told people that you didn't need a doctor, you didn't need a psychiatrist, you didn't need anything. And he held up this little thimble of grape juice. He said, all you need is the blood. So Bishop Eddie Long died because of his beliefs in regards to believing just that his belief that he could be healed through prayer, meditation, and his belief in God, Jesus, and belief in his religion. So I firmly believe he was HIV positive, and it had turned into AIDS, and he died from cancer. So the cancer is probably more than likely AIDS related. Bishop Eddie Long has been around for a long time. I once lived right down the street in Lithonia in 1997 from one of Bishop Eddie Long's homes at the time. And I met several young men who were having sexual encounters with Bishop Eddie Long. Bishop Eddie Long is a gay man. We just have to be truthful about this. The man was gay and religious. He got married, had a wife and children, but he still liked young men. A lot of people, I don't know why black folks have such a hard time with this. When that scandal broke about Bishop Eddie Long and those young men, I knew about this years ago before it even broke. Before the story was even surfaced in 3 years ago. I knew about this back in 1997, 1996. So there's something strange about, and I've said this before, you have a lot of people in the church, a lot of men in the church who, pastors, music directors, singers, all kinds of stuff. They're in the church, they're very religious individuals, but they're actually homosexual. Why? I don't know. I've never understood this. Maybe they go into the church and say, I'm going to pray and I'm going to hope and I'm going to give myself to the Lord so He forgive me for the stuff that I do on Saturday night. And that could be the case. Some of the guys I met who are involved in the church scene have proven who are just some of the most, they participate in some of the most whorish, dangerous, reckless activities that I've ever seen. So, at one point in the 90s, here in Atlanta, you had HIV was killing these pastors in these churches left and right. It was taking them out. It was taking out their wives. It was taking out the congregations. It was taking out. HIV swept through Atlanta in the 90s, late 80s and 90s, and had a devastating impact on the church scene here. But you never heard about this. They kept this all a secret. Did they keep it? Did they keep it a secret, or was it just never really discussed? I guess I knew about it because I was involved in the gay community. And people tell me this person died and that person died of AIDS back in the late 80s and the 90s. These were all high-profile pastors here in Atlanta. And their wives died. Back then, there was no HIV medication to keep you alive and living with HIV. You died from HIV back then. So, died from AIDS. Bishop Eddie Long didn't have to die. He made a decision to not participate in chemotherapy. He made a decision to not take his HIV medications. He made some very bad decisions, all based upon his religious beliefs. Maybe he wanted to die. That's the impression I get. If you're not going to participate in taking medications to prolong your life, if you have cancer and you're not going to chemotherapy or doing the things that need to be done to keep you alive, maybe he wanted to die. Maybe he felt his life was so miserable here on earth, caught up in that religious mess, a pastor of a massive church here, one of the most well-known pastors in this area. Maybe he felt that this was more fitting for him. Just get it over with. Or he disbelieved so deeply in his religious beliefs. He believed so deeply in his religious beliefs that he killed his dumb ass. I don't know what to say about Bishop Eddie Long, because I never cared for what he did to these young men. You manipulate, you lie, you do all this vicious stuff to young kids. You have a powerful position. You're their pastor. You're influencing them. You're over them. And you do something that's vicious and nasty. I never cared for what he did to those young men. They didn't deserve that. And then they didn't deserve to be manipulated and molested. But some people, I keep seeing these posts where they weren't little kids. They were teenagers. They just, have a seat, dumbass Negroes. They were kids. A grown-ass man, their pastor, ain't had no business fooling around with those young men. Those young kids, those teens. It should never have happened. He manipulated them and lied to them. And it wasn't just them. I've met so many people over the years who've been manipulated by this man. Not just him. A lot of these guys, it took those young men were heroes. They were strong people to come forward and say, this is what happened to me. And now look at Bishop Eddie Long's death now. Very young and fairly young man who could have lived a long time. But he made some bad decisions. Some horrible decisions. Now I wonder what's going on in his wife's mind. She stood by this man. Again, all I've heard are comments from various people who really do know that Bishop Eddie Long did not take his medications. He did not seek treatment for cancer. He relied on his faith. And unfortunately, relying on his faith now has caused his death, when he could have been alive and well. I guess we'll never really know the truth, because they're going to hide every damn thing, or it might come out in the wash. A lot of people tend to hide stuff, and the truth will always come forward. That's why I don't participate in certain stuff. If I can't take the truth, if I can't accept the truth if I can acknowledge the truth of certain things, and certain things I will not participate in. Bishop Eddie Long made some bad decisions. He was a child molester. He was a gay man, hiding his sexuality behind his religion. He used that powerful position to manipulate, harm, and molest young men, young boys, young teenagers. There's a price to pay for this. And it's sad that this man has lost his life through his own ignorance. He couldn't live his life. He couldn't live his life the way he wanted to live his life. That's why I'm a proud black gay man. I'm not about to be running around here hiding, lying, deceiving people. For what? It doesn't work out very well when you do stuff like that. And it never ends well for people who lie and deceive and hurt and harm people. It just doesn't. That's why it's better to live in truth, honesty, respectfully. Because things do come back to haunt you. That man lost a lot of members of his church when the truth was finally out. And I always thought to myself, why would this man do this type of stuff? He couldn't help himself. It's just who he was. He saw an opportunity. He was an opportunist. He saw these young kids and he had an opportunity to to do things to those kids that they didn't deserve. So I think it's a sad situation at his death today. And like I said, it's very ironic he died on Black Gay Pride weekend here in Atlanta. The irony of that. This man could live this out proudly and happily. What if he had chose to be an out black, gay, proud man, but was still a pastor? He still would have had a large church with a large following. He was a very good speaker, very good pastor. He was a good motivational speaker, as I look at it. That's why I attended his church for a little while, because he was a very good motivational speaker. I wanted to see what the hoopla was all about. It's unfortunate that this man has passed away under these circumstances, and there's this dark cloud over his legacy. But whose fault is that? He has nobody to blame for the issues that took place in his life but his own. His own actions caused all this stuff to collapse around him. And his own actions actually caused his own death. But the truth will get out, and we'll know more about Bishop Eddie Long's cancer battles. Was he really fighting HIV and AIDS? Was what I heard from some very close people to him. And he refused to get treatment or medication. The truth will come out. If you like my videos, click like, share them with family members and friends. I love to hear you all's thoughts and opinions about Bishop Eddie Long. He's dead now. We can talk about him. He's gone on. He ain't going to heaven. He ain't going to hell, because neither one of them places exist. So he's just deceased. Anyway, today is Sunday, January the 15th, the year 2017. This is MLK weekend here in Atlanta, Black Gay Pride weekend, and the unfortunate death of Bishop Eddie Long. I'm out. Enjoy your Sunday. I look forward to reading you all's comments.